Hi guys, Maureen here again and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be addressing stuff for the men who are in abroad in the UK, the US, Europe, wherever it is you are, or the men who are willing or looking forward to relocating outside the country. Specifically, I'll be addressing Nigerian men because that's where I'm from, and those are the kind of men that I know and have, been with. So yes, it's not new or news that people who relocate outside the country are divorcing their spouses. And I had mentioned in some of my previous videos about how Nigerian men feel like, they paid your dowry, so they own you, they can do to you whatever they please, however they please, And yeah, some of our Nigerian men, they lack romance, kindness, because they see that as weakness. And they feel when they do that to their spouses or their wives, she would look down on them or see them like less of a man, which is not true, by the way, you know. And I don't know, for some reason, when spouses get to the UK, the US, Europe, anywhere in the country that is not Nigeria, they tend to divorce their husbands. And people would tag them as, yes, they've gone to the white man's country, they've started behaving like the white man and stuff like that. But no, that's not the case. So I've heard many people complain about how the husbands don't support them, not financially, because when you come to this part of the world, you'd realize that you basically don't need financial support from anybody, because you're going to be doing virtually the same hours of work, earning almost the same wage. So at the end of the day, you both are earning almost the same thing. If there's a difference, maybe 300, 400, 500 pounds difference, or dollars, it depends on where you're working. But I'll talk from where I'm in the UK. So here, the wages, the work hours, they're almost the same for someone who's just starting. So yes, they don't get much support, like say doing chores, domestic chores, helping them with the kids, helping them in the kitchen and stuff like that. So all of these things would make the woman worn out very quickly. And, so back in Nigeria, the men do most of the work. Some of the women just stay home, have a business, so they have time on their hands to look after the kids. So, and the husbands provide. So anything the woman wants, the man is there to do it for her. So he doesn't even have any business with house chores, taking care of the kids, because he provides money. So that's the woman's jurisdiction. But the moment they cross the sea, the 7 seas and 7 oceans, it's a different ball game. Now, both parties have to work in order to pay bills, sustain the family, if they're getting a house, pay mortgage and stuff like that. So, yes, both man and woman are working. Now, I have 4 tips for the married couples that don't want to be divorced. I have 4 tips that they can follow to have a healthy and happy marriage outside Nigeria. Number 1, men, please learn how to cook, either before you travel or when you get here. Cooking is easy. There are different recipes on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, check for the easiest way to make anything. It's there. You will see it definitely. Follow that recipe. Learn how to cook. Because if you're the type that don't like eating burger or pizza or sandwich for dinner before you go to bed, Oga, you will learn how to drink water and sleep. Because sometimes imagine your wife goes to a night shift and she leaves you at home. You don't know how to cook. It's only water you can boil. That means you're ready to drink tea to sleep. But then imagine you know the basics of cooking. At least you can make boiled rice if there's stew available, or turn gari if there's soup available. Even at that, you should still be able to make spaghetti, at least, so that in the morning itself, when your wife comes back from night shift, she will see something to eat and it will make her happy. She'll be like, oh, my husband really cares about me. He's concerned that, after working, I shouldn't come home and start cooking again, because she'd need to come home to rest and prepare for work again. So if you are a man, you're in the UK, in the US, you're in Europe, and you don't know how to cook, you better go and learn how to cook. If you're planning to travel out of Nigeria as a man, please learn how to cook. Basics, just learn how to cook. It will do you good and it would save your marriage. Number 2, if you have toddlers or children that are still young enough and cannot take care of themselves, like potty trained, going to the toilet, washing up by themselves, having a shower by themselves, you should learn how to cater for them. If not, in this part of the world, like I said, it's a different ball game. You cannot say, Mama Nkechi, let me just rush 2 hours to the market and come back, help me look after my kids. There's no such thing. So you and your spouse will know how to manage your time. It's either one person will do day shift, another person will do night shift, or you guys would work while the kids are in school and stuff like that. But peradventure, you're doing day shift, your wife is doing night shift, and at night your baby wakes up and maybe wets themselves or poo on themselves. You have to learn how to clean your child up, because if you don't, you're waiting for your wife to come back from night shift to still cater for the kids. Aside the fact that you don't even now know how to cook, they will come back, cook, take care of the kids, still go back to work again, and then your own is to go to work, come back, sit down and fold leg and wait for food and wait for her to cater for the kids, cater for the house. Oh God, you're doing yourself more harm than good, because the moment you learn how to relieve stress from your wife, it will save your marriage. At least she'll know that you guys are working as a team. You're contributing to the upbringing of your child. Because the moment you don't, and the child, they might ask them questions in school and the child says something, social workers come to your house and they see that your house is tattered, your child is not well taken care of, they will take them from you. So be wise and learn how to basics. Like I said, basics. You don't need to learn as much as a woman does. If you do, fine. But you don't have to. Just learn the basics, enough to keep the child alive. Number 3, learn how to do chores like you're not doing your wife a favor. It is still your house. If you have friends over and they meet your house dirty, they will not say, his wife did not clean. No, they will say your house was dirty when they came. Learn how to do chores. Learn how to use the washing machine. Because imagine your wife is cleaning, you're washing, or assuming she's not even at home, and your child pulls on themselves, pees on themselves, and you want to throw the clothes in the washer. How will you operate it? Or maybe they're eating, they put food on the floor. You need to sweep it. You need to clean it. There's water spilled. You need to mop it. You can't leave it and wait for your wife to come back and clean it. It doesn't make any sense. So you have to learn how to be domestic. And women too, when your husband cooks for you, eat it with love. Don't say, the salt is too much. The pepper is... All those complaints will make them not even want to try again. If he changes the diapers for your baby, even if he puts the back in front and the front at the back, tell him thank you, appreciate it, so that he will do it next time for you. And the moment he cleans, don't say, ah, you didn't mop this place well now. Why did you sweep it like this? See, right, it's still on the floor. Don't complain. Appreciate the fact that he even made an effort to do it for you. Last but not least, if you don't know how to massage as a man, even if it's just leg massage, shoulder massage, basics, learn those ones. It will keep your wife happy. And when she's talking to other, when people are saying, ah, my husband doesn't know how to do anything, I'm even thinking of divorcing him, she'll be like, ah, my husband, when I come back from work, he massages my neck for me, even he presses my feet. Because most of the jobs here, you'd realize that you do more of standing, more of walking around. So your legs would hurt, definitely. Imagine you come back, you're exhausted, you're tired, you just lay on the bed, and then your husband just picks one of your feet, starts giving very light massage. It will help you sleep better, and it will help your wife to keep falling in love with you. Because trust me, all these things that you're thinking is something big, and yeah, I'm a man, I shouldn't be found touching my wife's feet, it will reduce my steez. Oga, your steez will be thrown in the dustbin the moment she doesn't notice all these things, or the moment you stress her and she files for divorce. That your steez under the carpet. So if you know you want to maintain your steez, in the UK, service is what gives you steez. So please, let us try to learn how to do the basic domestic chores, cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids. Moreover, they are still your own children. So what is difficult? What is the hard work in looking after your kids? It's not by providing money, spending quality time. Another thing is also learn how to walk, go to the park, go to the garden. Because these children, they're seeing what their friends are doing in school. They will come home and tell you, Daddy, can you take us to the park today? Mommy, can I go play football in the garden? And then every time, no, 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 no. You can't stand up from the chair you're sitting like Oracle, Ogun, like say they put you for shrine. You can't stand up. You can't go out. You can't take your children for walks. You can't walk with them to the shop. You just sit down there like a mountain that cannot be moved. All these things, the children are counting. They would talk. So please, your wife is seeing all these things. If you can't help her out, trust me, the next thing is to walk away, because the same contribution you're bringing is the same one she's bringing. So why can't you help her out elsewhere? Is it just to, so things like that would make her think like, what's the whole point? If I'm working and earning the same thing he's earning, yet he can't even help with simple tasks like this, what's the point of still remaining with him? That's the idea that would start going through her mind. And then the next thing you know, she's filed for divorce. And then people will say, she has gone to the UK, she has spoiled, or let me say like a Nigerian, she don't travel abroad, now her eye don't tear, she don't spoil, she don't no, her eyes did not tear. She was just tolerating all of those things, because in Nigeria, they'll tell you to manage all the shit a man throws at you. But here, if I'm managing all the shit a man throws at me and he's 100% financially responsible for the family, it's a different case than here. I'm doing 12 hours or 8 hours every day. He's doing 8 hours every day. We're earning the same thing, and then he's still throwing shit at me. It doesn't make it logically, it doesn't even make any sense. So in order to sustain your marriage, remain married as a man, please learn the 4 basic things that I have just mentioned. And the moment you start putting these things into practice, trust me, you will testify of the goodness of God, and your life will never remain the same. Thank you, and stay tuned for more and more ways to sustain marriages in this day and age, because right now the rate of divorce, breakups, and separation is very, very high in the society. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.